Explain what you knew about the media were like before the internet when you started this project and what you learned now.
Well, I've learned that back in the day they used a lot of newspapers and different, different like written out stories about the events that happened. And now it's a lot of broadcasting, a lot of TV network, and interviews in that way. And there's a lot of different kinds of ways of telling people about like the news and all that. So.
Discuss how the media coverage of Birmingham was different than the coverage of Baltimore.
Well, Birmingham was way back in the day, so they had no technology, very little. They had a lot of newspapers, like I said before, and that's how they, got the information out to everyone by handwritten notes, and yeah. And the Baltimore one was more modern and had a lot of technology and a lot different. So.
Do you think the modern coverage of injustice in our society is better or worse, and why?
I would say both, like better and worse. Better because you have more information about the events that happen, so you know a lot more head on. And worse because there's a lot of different opinions. So a lot of people would maybe believe different things, and there might not be like always true statements about the events that happened, and it's more opinionated now because there's a lot more different views on what happened in the events and all that.
How do you think social media have changed the way that social justice issues are covered?
Like I said before, like a lot of people have opinions about the events. Not all are the same like it used to be, and I think that the more modern it is, the more information we have about the different events that happened, and yeah.
If you were covering this story today, what might you do differently and why?
I would probably want a lot more information about maybe the past events, and yeah, just like more information, and I probably would be more opinionated and all that.
How might you display effective leadership in your media coverage?
Like perseverance. Like when you, I don't know, like you gotta like believe in yourself, and you gotta like know what you're talking about. And when you see something happen, you gotta be more confident, and I don't know, just like have your own views.
Complete this sentence. As I've worked on this project, I've come to understand that the media's role in society is
Very complicated.